Hello everyone, this is your good old neighbor Nicky Confusion 2 and No Time to Die in Avatar Fan 2001 here. Last time I talked about my top 10 best movie of all time, and now it's completely opposite. Today, I'm doing my top 10 worst movie of all time. These other movies are so terrible and so god awful, and there was no excuse. You had to make these terrible movies. So anyway, guys, for the meantime, before I get started, I have some disorder to mention. Some of the movie are so god awful and so terrible, and have the worst matches ever. Honestly, I ever heard, and honestly, and it didn't quite make a wish, which is other than Justice League, Food Fight, Troll, 9/11, The Happy Time Murderers, Shrek the Third, Scoob, Freddy Got Finger, Jack and Jill, and last but not least, The Next Karate Kid, which honestly, that movie has got to be one of the worst movie out of The Karate Kid. Who Grew Me, Cobra Kai Season 5 is way better than The Next Karate Kid. So screw the main character in that movie and screw The Next Karate Kid. So Who Grew Me, the first Karate Kid, the one who started it all, is way better than that. And anyway, Who Grew Me, Daniel from Cobra Kai and in Cobra Kai and The Karate Kid are way better than the main character, which honestly, she's the same actress. She was in she was a movie called The Hunt, which I used to hate that movie, but now I just think of her as bad movies about the hunt people sport. Really? And sorry guys, enough talking, and now let's get started. Talk about these 10 worst movie of all time. And these are movies from other dimensions. It's so terrible, but it's not as terrible. We're gonna talk about these doggiest crap that we ever experienced. Now let's talk about it. Alright guys, coming to number 10, which is another in the movie Have No Excuse to Make This Abomination back in 2015, which is another in the Fantastic Four 2015. More like fan forced it, because this movie had nothing to do about the Fantastic Four movies. Anyway, this has got to be one of the worst movies of 2015, and I gotta say, this movie is even worse than Heckin' Back. Honestly, this film was a waste of money for how this film follow up the one X-Men movie I have not seen, which is another than X-Men. Which is another than X-Men. Which is another than X-Men Day of the Future Past. Which honestly, I will watch that movie for the first time this year, so I cannot wait to watch. I cannot wait to watch that movie again, but not today, because I gotta watch everything everywhere at once for my reward show. Honestly, I just got done watching The Menu, and that movie was a masterpiece. So yeah, and that film is way better than this god-awful film. Anyway, the story is completely empty. The characters have no reason to be in this movies, and Mario Terror, what the heck are you doing in this movie? You are the same guy that you give one of your best performances I have ever seen from you, which is none other than Rooster from Top Gun Maverick, which is my favorite movie by Paramount Plus. And sorry guys, Mario Terror, I'm very sorry, dude, but guys, even Mario Terror is honestly one of my lists on my best actor of all time, even Daniel Craig and Tom Cruise and Tom Hanks way better. But I gotta say, Mario Terror give one of his worst performances I have ever seen. Invisible Woman, nobody give a crap about Invisible Woman. And Human Torch, I'm not trying to be racist, but why in the world Human Torch is black? Honestly, I don't understand it. Anyway, in The Thing, honestly, he is nothing but a whip-up of the Hulk. And Doctor Doom, OMG, I have never seen Doctor Doom be so terrible than this. Anyway guys, I am done talking about this movie. And anyway guys, if you want me to hear more detail about this movie, hey guys, before I went to see Black Panther Wakanda Forever last year, honestly, I recommend you go watch my 20-minute video of me ranting on this abomination, because this film is completely evil, completely pointless, and this film have nothing to do with the superhero genre, and this film will belong in Batman and Robin, Superman 4, Request for Peace, Morbius, some terrible superhero movie like Captain Marvel, She-Hulk, even it's not a movie, but I'll call it a TV show. But anyway, Fantastic Four 2015 is going to sit with Morbius, Batman and Robin, Superman 4, Request for Sucks, Howard the Ducks, and Captain Marvel. Those Marvel movies and superhero movies are way worse because this film didn't feel like I am watching a Marvel superhero. Honestly, the same thing. Honestly, the same with Morbius. Honestly, guys, this film is even worse than Morbius. Anyway, and that's why Fantastic Four 2015 is in my number 10. Now let's get to number 9 because honestly, do you honestly think this film is honestly one of the worst movies I ever seen? But here's the 9 movies are way worse than this movie. Now let's talk about it. Sony Picture Animation. Who in the white mind want to see a movie about the Emoji Movie based on the emoji? Honestly, guys, we all love an emoji on your phone, right? The emoji on your phone is fantastic. Like the driven emoji, a heart emoji, a happy emoji, a anger emoji. We all love the emoji. And emoji is honestly one of the most powerful things on the internet. But after we saw the movie, a lot of people are done with the emoji. Honestly, even I did not like this film, but honestly, I would never get tired of the emoji. Honestly, who good me that the actual emoji on your phone is way better than an actual movie? Honestly, coming to number 9, which is another than the Emoji Movie. This film is nothing like the Lego Movie, Wreck-It Ralph, and Inside Out movie ripoff. Honestly, I already know Freeman's gonna say it's a ripoff claim, but honestly, I'm gonna tell you why this film is a ripoff to Lego Movie, Wreck-It Ralph, and Inside Out. Number 1, Lego Movie. You have a design character, which is a completely ripoff to your emoji. Honestly, the design character is completely lazy. This is how you do it. Honestly, this is how you do it. You put an emoji, and you put a legs on your bottom, and you put a arm on the emoji, and you put a hairy Donald Trump hair on the emoji hair. Yup, that's your emoji. They did it to the poop emoji, they did it to high five emoji, and they did it to the smile emoji. Yeah, I don't want to talk about the smile emoji. Anyway, guys, the character design are absolutely terrible. And anyway, guys, the true reason why this movie is a ripoff to Lego Movie, which is none other than Jailbreak, is a whip-off to Wire Style. Who in the white mind want to whip off the best character from the Lego Movie? Wire Style, she's honestly one of my favorite Emily Britt characters I ever seen by the Lego movies. And why in the world you whip at her? Anyway, honestly guys, the main reason why this film is a whip-off to Wreck-It Ralph is because the Candy Crush. Honestly guys, I love Candy Crush, and I want to see a Candy Crush movie. Honestly, guys, not Candy Crush in the Emoji Movie, and Candy Crush animation is a completely rip-off to Wreck-It Ralph Sugar Rush. And honestly, Who Good Me Sugar Rush is way better than Candy Crush. Honestly, guys, you know why this film is completely rip-off to Inside Out? Like the main character is completely ripped off to Rally from Inside Out. And honestly, guys, in the final, they rip off, which is the final news of conflict. They rip off the messages of the Smurf the Lost Village. That was before when this movie came out. And honestly, I don't want to see a movie which is a rip-off to a regular movie, Wreck-It Ralph, Inside Out, and Smurf the Lost Village. And honestly, guys, even this film is completely rip-off, but honestly, Disney and Warner Brothers should sue this movie because this film have nothing to do about the emoji. Honestly, guys, Who Good Me, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and the Mystery Virtual Machine is way better than this movie, Hotel Transylvania 4, which I really hate that movie. But anyway, honestly, I gotta say, but this film is even worse. This film has got to be one of the second worst Sony movie I ever seen in my life, because number 1 is Crocodile, screw that movie, it's number 2, but Anyway, guys, the character are completely annoying, which honestly, one of the worst characters of this movie is had to be Gene. Honestly, even I hate Gene, which honestly, he's really annoying. Got to be one of the worst performances I ever seen for DJ Miller. Honestly, I cannot believe why years ago I did a video called me destroying Gene with my papers. Honestly, I would never do that again. So I very apologize about that. Anyway, guys, honestly, guys, screw Gene, the worst character of this movie. It's had to be every character. I really hate every single character, including the poopy. Honestly, why Patrick Stewart? Why you are voicing of a piece of poop? Yup. Honestly, guys, should I do what Patrick Stewart as a poop? I will put him in the toilet and flush it for good. And you won't see that ever again. Oh boy, I cannot stand Patrick Stewart as a piece of poop. Who good me? Honestly, who good me? Who good me? Patrick Stewart from Professor X from Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is way better Patrick Stewart character than Poopy. Honestly, Patrick Stewart, don't do that ever again. I'm begging you. And Smile, oh my goodness, that is hands down one of the worst Sony picture animation character I ever seen in my life. And man, Wendell better be ashamed of herself. And anyway, guys. And this film was the very first film I ever saw of James Corden. Honestly, guys, I am not a fan of James Corden. I never liked him in the first place, but honestly, guys, the only good thing about James Corden is had to be his I Don't Talk About Jada, which is a parody of We Don't Talk About Bruno, which is pretty awesome too. He do a really, really great singing too. It's way better than that song from Smallfoot. Anyway, I cannot believe why I waste my money to see this movie. After I got out to see this movie, I ripped my ticket because this is how bad this movie is. This movie is so bad. Thank God I did not get a DVD of it. Thank God this movie got Razzie, and thank God this film got winning at the worst picture at the Razzie, which is the best thing about Razzie. But nowadays, Razzie is really a joke. But if they nominate Amsterdam for worst picture, I am going to slap Razzie. And honestly, it's their opinion. I understand that. But that didn't mean you had to go on Audacity to nominate that. Anyway, guys, I don't want to talk more about this movie, so that's why I need Emoji Movie, more like the Lego Wreck-It Inside Out Smurf Emoji Movie ripoff, which is a mouthful. Here's Emma number 9, and stay tuned for my win of this movie in the summer. Anyway, guys, honestly, I'm not going to talk about this movie anymore. Anyway, if you want to hear a little more detail about this film, just check out my rant. My rant is way better. Now let's get to number 8, which is none other than... Hey please, I'm Batman, which has got to be one of the worst Batman line I have ever seen. Who in the white mind wanted to say, hey please, I'm Batman? Honestly, it's kind of remind me, I'm gonna defeat the villain, and I would say, hey Alex, I'm Nick Hicks. Honestly, I am not gonna say that. I am not George Clooney. Honestly, guys, even George Clooney is a legend, which honestly, I did not like him as Batman. Alright, guys, coming to number 8, which is none other than Batman Robin. Oh, holy crap. This film is even worse. Oh my goodness. This film is hands down one of the worst Batman movie I have ever seen in my life. This film have nothing to do with the Batman. This film is a freaking joke. Honestly, guys, maybe telling you how many check of this movie. Does this movie have a bad credit card? Check. Does this movie have a butt shot? Check. Does this movie have some cringy story? Cringy win-wine, but Mr. Freeze? Check. Does this movie have some awful acting? Check. Does this movie have some a hilarious action thing, which is a whip off to the first stone when Batman's swinging the dinosaur tail and you see Batman kicking Mr. Freeze's face? Check. Does this movie has some fan service when Batgirl's suiting up and you see Batgirl's booty? Check. And last but not least, does this movie have Poison Ivy trying to fall in love with Batman or Robin? Has some poison cringe writing? Absolutely. Check. And last but not least, does this movie have the worst design of the Batmobile? Most definitely. Check. Honestly, guys, oh my goodness, George Clooney as Batman. Who and why might want to cast George Clooney as Batman? Honestly, it's kind of like you're in Warner Brothers and you want to cast Black Matted, but you want to get Tom Hanks as Blackface to be Black Matted. Honestly, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see Tom Hanks, which is a legend actor. He's honestly one of my honestly, guys. Tom Hanks is honestly one of my on my list on the best actor ever because I really enjoy Tom Hanks movie. But I'm like honestly, guys, his some Tom Hanks movie I completely miss on Apple TV Plus. So if I get Apple TV Plus in the future, so I really hope because I am by Apple, but I might watch it pretty soon. Anyway, the worst character of this movie. It's not Poison Ivy. It's not Batman or Robin. It's not Batgirl. It's had to be Mr. Freeze. Artist Norganator. What the heck are you doing in this movie? You are the same guy that you are the same guy that you were in a James Cameron movie called Terminator, and you were in the character called Jingle All the Way as Howard. which honestly, him as Howard has got to be one of the second best performances I ever seen by Arnold Schwarzenegger. But I'm very sorry, Mr. Freeze. Honestly, I'm very sorry, Arnold Schwarzenegger. But you as Mr. Freeze, that is hands down one of the hilarious bad performance I ever seen by Arnold Schwarzenegger. The Ice Age! Cool party! Oh my goodness, his cringy line is absolutely terrible, and it makes me want to wipe my butt up so bad. Anyway, the action scene is so terrible, the story is stupid, and honestly, every single scene of this movie is so stupid. Like Batman showing his bad credit card, okay, that was really stupid. And the worst thing that you ever seen for a Batman movie is had to be showing your butt shot. Thank God I made a joke in my Black Adam unboxing, which I pray you guys you enjoy it, but honestly, I probably told you on box it's not a good idea because I had to pay someone else back because I've been using the money. So, sorry, Mom. So anyway, back I was saying. Anyway, who in the white mind wouldn't see a butt shot in the superhero movies? Honestly, you can honestly, guys, you can say honestly, guys. You can say whatever you want about a butt shot in Black Widow from the Avengers movie. At least Josh Whedon, which is the original of the Avengers director, which screwed his jossery, but I would never change his opinion on the Avengers. Anyway, guys, at least she makes sense because she's really attractive, she's really beautiful, and she's really pretty. But I'm not gonna say the H word because it's too so inappropriate. But at least she's very attractive. But honestly, does this movie make sense with the butt shot? Honestly, guys, it's kind of remind me, you are the director of this movie, and you tell the cameraman, okay, cameraman, how about you zoom the camera in Batman's booty? That would need. Another need with butt zoom. And for God's sake, they did it to honestly, they did it to Batgirl. You know when I'm done. Anyway, guys, and that's why Batman Robin is everyone's worst superhero movie ever. But my opinion, this is hands down one of the worst Batman movie ever. So who good me? The Matt Reeves Batman is way better, way more awesome, way more Batman movie than Batman Robin. And honestly, and Bane. No, I'm not saying screw you because Freeman already getting sick and tired of me saying that, which I know Bane will get a like this. Anyway, and that's why Batman Robin is in my number 8. Now let's get to number 7, and oh boy, I'm not excited. Now let's talk about it. Robert Schneider, a normal love, oh my goodness. This is giving me a flashback that I don't want to see this movie anymore. Anyway, guys, coming to number 7, which is the very first me saying unhappy anniversary, which is that is stupid, and that is even worse than the actual movie, which is the norm of the North. OMG. How about let's not call it norm and all? Let's call it a polar bear twerking. Yup, that's my title. A polar bear twerking. Honestly, this film is all about polar bear twerking, sailing to the north, honestly, saving his house in the Arctic, and you see the villain moving the ball in the Arctic, or moving the home at the Arctic. Really, that is hands down one of the second worst story I ever seen for a kids movie. It's even worse than, honestly, guys, it's even worse than Three Monkeys Go to Space. Oh my goodness, this movie drives me off the wall. Anyway, this film, honestly, guys, thank God I did not see this film in theaters. Honestly, guys, if I see this film in theaters, I will lose my crap. And anyway, guys, I don't want to talk more about this movie. Stay tuned for my rant of this movie on January 15th, because it's, honestly, guys, that's Frozen's birthday, so I'm probably Frozen is going to enjoy my rant of this movie. Sorry, guys, stay tuned for my rant of this movie. I have a lot of things to talk about, so yeah. And sorry, guys, this is hands down one of the worst movie out of the Rob Schneider movie, and this film is really terrible. I will talk more about this movie on January 15th, so stay tuned for my humongous rant on Norman North, more like polar bear twerking, because this film has some more polar bear twerking. Really, for a kids movie? Get the crap out of here. Anyway, now let's get to number 6, and I am done talking about the number 6. So, we're gonna talk about the short for number 6. And we're going to talk longer in the number 5, number 4, number 3, number 2, number 4. So, let's get to number 6. And get ready for that, ladies and gentlemen. Now, get ready for the creepiest movie from 2012. Alright, guys. Coming to number 6, which is Never Then Where the Dead Go to Die. I have nothing to say about this film. I'm done talking about this film. The animation looks terrible. The characters is terrible written. And then the death scene is a freaking joke. And the villain is so terrible. Honestly, all guys said this film deserved to. Honestly, guys, my thought on this film, it's terrible. It's honestly one of the worst horror movies I ever seen in my life. And for God's sake, this film is even worse than Saw 3D and How Will We End. Honestly. And I gotta say, this film deserved to burn in the dumpster fire. And more like, this film deserved to burn at the restaurant from the menus. Honestly, guys, if I am Ralph Fuzzer, which is the main villain, main antagonist in the menus, honestly, guys, you know what should I do? I will burn this poster in the behind. And honestly, guys, I will throw this poster in the dumpster fire. That's all I gotta say. This film have nothing to do with the Halloween franchise, and honestly, I'm done talking about it. Now let's get to number 5. And those 5 movies are way worse than number 6, number 7, 8, number 9, number 10. But let's talk about number 5. Alright guys, coming to number 5 has to be Artemis Fowl, Disney. This is how you follow up to one of my favorite movies of all time, which is Ned and Frozen 2. What the heck? That is hands down one of the worst things that Disney ever did. Next to Wreck-It Ralph 2. Honestly, guys, this film is even worse than. Honestly, guys, let's face it. This film is even worse than the Disney live-action remake, which is better than The Lion King 2019 and Pinocchio 2022. No, not the Netflix one. I like the Netflix one, but honestly, I did not like the Disney Plus one. Anyway, guys, this film have nothing positive. And honestly, guys, do you remember when I say the butler is the only good character of this movie? Honestly, guys, I changed that back. Honestly, guys, every single character is absolutely terrible. This film have nothing to do with the Disney. This film have nothing to do with the book. This film is completely rough up to Men in Black, The Matrix, and Peter Jackson. Honestly, even I'm not a fan of Peter Jackson, but I am a pretty sure fan of The Matrix, which is honestly, guys, let's face it. This film is a kiddie version of The Matrix. Honestly, kids, kid. If you're too young watching The Matrix, I recommend you watch it because this film is nothing like The Matrix and Men in Black movie ripoff. And sorry, guys, and holy short, screw you, holy short, and you deserve to you deserve to burn in the dumpster fire. That's all I gotta say. And sorry, guys. Honestly, guys, if you want me to hear more detail about this film, hey, check out my rant of this movie. Honestly, when I released that rant last year, so check out for that. And I'm done talking about this movie. Sorry, guys. Now let's get to number 4. Alright, guys, coming to number 4, which is Better Than Parental Guidance. We've never seen a comedy movie be so terrible, which is Better Than Parental Guidance. I went to saw this movie. Honestly, guys, let me tell you my story. Once upon a time, it was January 2013 when the Texas Chainsaw 3D was showing, which I did not see it, thank God, because I was too young. Anyway, once upon a time, it was me and my mom wanted to have a movie together. And she wanted to see the movie called Parental Guidance. And I was like, what is Parental Guidance? Honestly, guys, after I worked the trailer and the promote of this movie, and I was like, and you know what? This, honestly, guys, even the story is work generic, but I'm part of this film would be a fun, entertaining movie for me and my mom. Honestly, after I saw this movie and a lot of people was empty, and I was like, man, does this movie looks that bad? Well, let's watch it. So, after I watched the whole thing, and I cannot believe what the heck that I just watched. This film it's a death of comedy. It's a death of Billy Crystal. Billy Crystal better be ashamed of himself. And even Aunt May an actress, she's in this movie. And honestly, guys, this film is way before she was as Aunt May. So who grew me? Aunt May from No Way Home is way better than she was in this movie. Anyway, the story is a little bit generic. The character are really mean spirit. The concept of this movie is really stupid. And honestly, guys, I was really thought I could do a rant of this movie on Christmas Day, which honestly, I was so busy. So thank God I just spent my Christmas better than doing it in this rant because I have nothing to say about this film. This film is, honestly, guys, honestly one of the worst comedy movie I have ever seen in my life. I have never seen a comedy movie be so awful, be so bad. I can see why my audience did not enjoy this movies. And anyway, guys, honestly, guys, I cannot believe why I have a Blu-ray of this movie. And honestly, even my mom gave it to me, but I'm still gonna keep it. Honestly, even this movie is bad, which honestly, I would not go that, honestly, I would not go that far, grab my Blu-ray and destroy it. Honestly, that's called a waste of money. Doing the Blu-ray destruction, that is really terrible. And do you remember one time that Matthew David destroyed his The Last Airbender Blu-ray? I'm not gonna be like him. I'm a friendly guy. Sorry guys, this film is terrible. I have nothing to say about this film. So yeah, this film, honestly guys, I won't take this film way too seriously. But honestly, I already know that my mother really enjoyed this movie. And mother, if you're watching this, I'm not trying to make this video more and make you angry. I was just, I was just giving my own personal opinion. Hope you understand that. And no, no, I didn't mean I'm gonna get rid of my Blu-ray. I'm not doing that. But I will keep the Blu-ray, and I will keep it for my memories because my mother gave it to me. Which, why? But I'm just gonna keep it. Just gonna keep it for fun memories. And sorry guys, and that's why Parental Guidance is the worst comedy movie of all time. And this is hands down one of the worst movie of 2012. This film is even worse than Food Fight, The War Axe, a Project X, which I haven't seen, but I heard that movie is not good. Which, oh my. Sorry guys, and that's why Parental Guidance is in my number 4 spot. Screw this movie and why this movie exists. Anyway, now let's get to number 3, and oh boy, the troll fans are not gonna be happy. But I don't care. I'm doing this for Trigger.one YouTuber who played this movie like they're better than God, and call it one of the way better than Spider-Verse, Frozen 2, No Time to Die, and The Measure Machine, which those films was way better than my next choice. Which is another than... Alright guys, coming to number 3, which is none other than Troll for Troll, one of the worst DreamWorks movie I ever seen in my life. This film is really terrible, man. This film has got to be one of the most unnecessary sequels I ever seen from the animation, period. And this film is even worse, oh my goodness, this film is even worse than the first film, because even the first film is terrible, but DreamWorks say, hey, why not make a sequel, and why not make this film like the Avengers Infinity War rip-off and Frozen 2 reference? Honestly, DreamWorks, do not make this film to be like Frozen 2. Are you trying to manipulate me? You want to like this film better than Frozen 2 and the Avengers Infinity War, which those films was way better. Which honestly, I cannot believe why a lot of people think this film is a whip-off to Frozen 2. Which honestly, I kind of agree, because I just heard the news that this film is trying to copy of Frozen 2. Which honestly guys, this film is completely whip-off to the Avengers Infinity War. Honestly guys, I know a lot. Honestly, guys, I know a lot of people would say that's bullcrap, which honestly, let me tell you my reason why this film is completely whip up to the Avengers Infinity War. The story is all about the Queen Moth wanting to quit of the musical and destroying the music and turning into a rock. Does the story work similar? The story from the Avengers Infinity War is all about Thanos creating the stone, snap the fingers, and the superhero turned to a dust. But with World War II, even the story is different, but I'm going to call this the whip up to the Avengers Infinity War. Let me tell you one more time. Queen Moth, correct all the musical scene, like pop, pop, country, and etc. Honestly, when you rock it, all the genre music will turn into a black and white, which is the rock. Honestly, that is a whip up to the Avengers Infinity War. And honestly, guys, and Russo Brothers should sue DreamWorks for that. Because you don't copy on MCU, because you're not MCU, honestly, guys, at the end of the day, this film is not Frozen 2, it's not No Time to Die. Honestly, guys, let me try it again. At the end of the day, this film is not Frozen 2, it's not Avatar 2, it's not No Time to Die, it's not No Way Home, it's not the Avengers Endgame, and it is definitely not the Avengers Infinity War. Now, DreamWorks, cut it out. You're not Disney, and you're not Walt Disney, you never will be. And sorry, guys. Even I'm a fan of the bad guys, and even honestly, guys, even I need to check out A Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Even the digital is out, but I want to watch some live action movie first, and then I would get my own personal opinion on Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Even though it's not going to be the best animated film of 2022, which I think Pinocchio is way better than Puss in Boots 2. Anyway, guys. And Poppy has got to be one of the worst female character ever, and for God's sake, she's even worse than the stepmother from Cinderella 2021. Anyway, and that's why Trouble Tour is Emma number 3 now. And don't worry, people, I will tell you the reason why Trouble Tour is a cinematic disaster. It's coming on April 17th, so stay tuned for that. Sorry, guys. Now let's get to number 2. And do you honestly think this film is even... honestly, guys, do you honestly think this film is even worse than my next choice? But it's going to be a short one. Now let's talk about it. Honestly, let's talk about it. Alright, guys, coming to number 2, which is none other than LL Crocodile. I have enough talking about this movie. Honestly, guys, we already know this movie is terrible. The story is stupid, the character's stupid, the visual of the visual of the crocodile is so creepy, and the acting was terrible, and the actor from Skyfall, from the main villain, and now he's in this movie as a character with a hat. Honestly, it is hands down one of the worst characters I ever seen from him. So who could mean the main antagonist from Skyfall is way better. And why this film is the same writer who wrote The Greatest Showman. Honestly, guys, for God's sake, just give me The Greatest Showman. I'd rather watch The Greatest Showman for 100 times better than watching this piece of crap. Anyway, guys, so who agree with me? Spider-Verse 2 would be a huge apology about making this abomination. And honestly, I definitely agree with Wayne Watch right back. Sony is hands down one of the worst years for 2022. Honestly, guys, even when we got Bullet Train, which is the only good Sony movie from 2022, but we got Hotel Transylvania 4, which is terrible, but this film is even worse than Hotel Transylvania 4. Honestly, guys, I'm just to say about this film. Screw this film and screw this film for existing in the first place. So Amsterdam is a way better October 7 movie than this piece of crap. And people, how this movie is way better than Amsterdam. Amsterdam is the original film. This movie is not the original film, so you need to cut that out. Honestly, guys, even it's your opinion, but that didn't mean you had to praise this movie like they're better than God, something like that. Anyway, now let's get to number 1 choice. And it's going to be the last time I'm going to talk about this movie, because I have enough talking about this movie. But if I talk about this movie again, it's just how my YouTube channel grows, because some YouTuber really, guys, some YouTuber are really enjoy seeing my negativity video all the time. So that's why I'm going to talk about it. So the number 1 worst movie I have ever seen in my life, which is none other than... Great job, Cinderella. Great job. You're making this the number 1 worst movie I ever seen in my life. I was really hoping this movie was going to be great, but this movie is completely terrible. It's completely nonsense. And the actress from the main character, she sucked. Oh my goodness. This film was a waste potential. Honestly, guys, the main reason why I want to watch this film is because the actress the actress who the voice of Elsa is going to be in this movie. And I was like, honestly, Elsa actress in the Cinderella movie, sign me in. And honestly, after I saw the review of this movie, I was completely worried. I was like, don't worry, let's give this movie a chance. Let's watch this movie for an open mind. But after I watched this movie, and I definitely agree with the review, this film is... it's god-awful, man. It's not terrible. It's just bad, man. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, guys, the story have nothing to do with the original tale of Cinderella, which I heard of 1,000 times. The characters are really terrible and why in the world the fairy godmother is black? Honestly, I'm not racist, but why in the world we need a fairy godmother black? And as a male, fairy godmother is supposed to be a female, not me. And sorry, guys, in the plants, honestly, nobody gives a crap about the plants. So why in the world Dr. Fate is in this movie? The actor from Dr. Fate for Black Adam, which has got to be one of the best characters for Black Adam, he's in this movie, and I'm very sorry. Even I enjoy you as Dr. Fate, which is a version of Doctor Strange in the MCU in Black Adam. But I'm very sorry, but this is hands down one of the worst performance I ever seen. And one of the worst aspects I ever seen for this film which is other than stepmother. Man, how you terrible, girl. You just break my heart. This is the main reason why I want to watch this film. And man, I have never seen Minzy do some terrible performance. And do you, honestly guys, do you remember when I said Minzy was not ever going to be in a bad movie? But after Sony heard my big mouth, Sony have audacity to add Minzy to the voice one of the worst female character in movie history next to Poppy and then the main girl from LL Crocodile. And honestly guys, and honestly guys, do you honestly think LL Crocodile is the worst movie I've ever seen in my life? Honestly guys, this film is even worse than Crocodile. If this film is terrible, god-awful pieces of crap, and there was no other movie will replace as Cinderella. And this movie is honestly one of the worst movie of 2021. I would have watched No Time to Die, Spiral, Luca, kind of Paw Patrol, because even Paw Patrol looks so tolerable than this movie. But even Paw Patrol is terrible, but I'm not going to go back on that film. But let me try again. Honestly guys, I would have watched No Time to Die, Encanto, on The Matrix Resurrection, The Kingsman, which is the origin story of how the Kingsman, which is Ralph Virgil movie, and some 2021 movie like King Richard starting Will Smith is way better than this piece of crap. Anyway, guys, and Minzy, don't you ever be in this type of movie ever again. Honestly, Minzy, just stick as Elsa for Frozen movie from Walt Disney Animation Studio, because at least your character for Frozen movies will always make my heart happy. But the Dream song, honestly, that is hands down one of the worst songs I ever seen from Minzy. So Who Grew Me, Love Power, Show Yourself, and one of my favorite songs of all time, which is none other than Into the Unknown, tied with Hallelujah, is way better than the Love Power. I mean the Love. Honestly, guys, in the Dream song that Minzy sing, which I did not like that, and I did not like that. And sorry, guys, and that's why Cinderella 2021 is the #1 worst movie I have ever seen in my life. And honestly, guys, if you want me to hear more detail about this film, so check out my rant of this movie. I'm not to say about this film, so screw this movie. And honestly, this movie deserves to burn in the dumpster fired. Alright, guys, that was my top 10 worst movie of all time. I really apologize. This video is longer than my top 10 best film of all time, which honestly, I like making top 10 video, okay? My top 10 video is the most powerful content ever next to my unboxing video, so yeah. And sorry guys, so stay tuned for my 2 bonus review tomorrow. Stay tuned for my movie review of The Minions. Stay tuned for my movie review of Everything Everywhere at Once. So after that, on Instagram, turn on your notification on, so stay tuned for my Nick Hicks reward of 2023. And people, here's my update. I am not doing it on YouTube because do you remember last time I did that, I got myself in trouble, which I'm not going to do the reward show ever again on this channel. But if you guys have Instagram, if you don't have Instagram, I hate to say it, but I'm very sorry. I'm very apologetic to you right now. And sorry guys, if you like this video, please, I recommend you hit the subscribe button, turn on notification, and share it with your whole family. So those 10 worst movie of all time video, movies from the top 10 worst movie of all time list, they deserve to burn in the dumpster fire. And honestly, those lists deserve to burn in a restaurant from the menu when the main villain just burn. Honestly, guys, burn why the people is in it. So yeah, and that film deserved to be in that. Anyway, for the meantime, subscribe, comment, share this video with your family. And oh boy, I am done. 2 longer video in one night. Oh boy, 3 more days until I will be off to school. But on Monday, it won't be any video on Monday morning. But the video will be in Monday afternoon, so stay tuned. Anyway, guys, stay tuned for my 2 bonus review tomorrow. Stay tuned for my movie review of The Minions. Stay tuned for my movie review of Everything Everywhere at Once, which is that one movie I need to watch right now. Why this video is uploaded, so I cannot wait. And sorry guys, and so yeah, I'm sorry guys, this is Nick signing off. Sorry guys, I see you next time. It's all on YouTube. Have a great night everyone, and I see you guys tomorrow morning, and have a great night. See you guys tomorrow morning.